From home that was full of joy, he was safe and you wouldn't hug less. One of three and the youngest boy, from their parents Pam and Douglas.
So in love from the very start, when they met and they started dating. Doug was there sitting in the car, riveted up cause she kept him waiting.
Back then we saw just out of sight all the world for someone so bright. Soon he'd have the time to take flight.
Shot from the hip and the straight and narrow, sailed through the night like a flaming arrow.
Every year on the family cruise, what a time couldn't be contenter. Now Steve is there with the blow of fuse, keeping Pam at the garden centre.
Early days pulled up his socks, skinny boy he could not be quibbling. On a board in a cardboard box was the fate of the youngest sibling. Back then before learning a tune, back when life was like a cartoon, Richard learns that heading a spoon once in his life when he'd just say ow. Back when he stood with his monobrow, back when he bragged that he'd kicked so far just to be stood at the ballet bar. He'll regalia tales told, all about the misborn failures.
In a land where the tea was hot, in a world where the iron was steaming, in a day where the flares were got, in the night where we just kept dreaming. Back then we saw just out of sight all the world for someone so bright. Soon he'd have the time to take flight. Once in a life to behold at last, once in a life to enjoy the past, with his own two eyes to see. Back then.
This is the moment, this was the day when you rocked up looking like a tit at GSA. You were a schlepper, you played a pepper, but that was your first play. I still think you're gay.
Was your moment, you came, you saw, that's when you bent down, that's when your hands were like a claw.
There were some moments, felt special class. Sure, sometimes it was niche, but we all loved her quiche. This was your moment, when all you done, all of your feeling, all your redeeming became one.
This was your day, there could be no mistake, when Richard Tyler became late. World ladies in band the cry you flung.
And when your cue calling, you made the lyrics up on your own.
There was the moment, top of the world. Christine had beckoned in the split second that she heard. Dead on the ground, you must not scorn. This was the moment, the grossest moment of them all.
This was the moment, Caroline
Try not to get worried, try not to turn on to problems that upset you. Oh, don't you know everything's alright? Yes, everything's fine.
And we want you to sleep well tonight. Let the admin stop without you tonight. If we try, we'll get by. So go full BTFI tonight. Everything's alright, yes, everything's alright, yes.
Nirvana will catch you, mail you and attach you. Tablets for your sore head, oh, then you'll feel everything's alright. Yes, everything's fine. Where's the pool and the appointment sheet? Where's exposure and a portion sheet? If you try, we'll get by. So go for BTFI tonight.
Keeping a full schedule, brand new and extensive, should have behaved on the tour. Why did we get wasted? We could have seen maybe 300 different cities or more. New York to Chicago, Mumbai and then Bandung. We were Mr. Richard and Mr. Am. But you would not worry, let your concerns come through. Nothing would upset you, no. Don't you know everything's alright? Yes, everything's fine. And we want you to sleep well tonight.
Let the admin stop without you tonight.
If we try, we'll get by. So go for BTFI tonight.
Yes, everything's alright.
Sure, we were found playing tennis in Manila, balls flying off the rooftop. We cycled Manhattan, pathetically struggling. But when you're hot, you are hard. Mumbai, we were film stars, could publish our memoirs. And in us, we filled Sydney Opera House.
You help maintain order, you make you look gorgeous.
So you know everything's alright, yes, everything's fine. And we want you to sleep well tonight.
Let the admin stop without you tonight.
Close your eyes, and go for BTFI tonight. Close your eyes, and go for BTFI tonight. Close your eyes, and go full BTFI tonight.
Baby, when I met you, it was strictly biz. I was there to help you give your book some fizz. I went weak inside, there was something going on. Pretty soon we're walking by the River Thames. Business turned to pleasure, it was all je t'aime. We were thinking out loud, you had knocked me off of my feet. I delivered on the deal, helped make Jolt a bestseller. The love we have is real, could say it is stellar. We ride it together, making love with each other. We're on Rachel's team, that is what we are. No one in between, love him all day long. Right from A to Z, brought me to this world, and we'll survive it together. Make it through the rain and weather.
Dad, I remember so many times together.
and still remember all the castle tricks. You thought that I loved it, but I prefer chips. Now we're climbing up tall, walking outdoors. It's forever.
What about the aquarium?
Knew something was fishy 'cause you got out swift. You were so excited, left me in the left. I was scared of my wits, still get slightly nervous near a fish tank. When you make your jokes, they require a true reaction that really does invoke. Drives us to distraction, get through it together. Rolling eyes to each other. We're on Richard's team, that is what we are. No one in between, loving all day long. Right from A to Z, brought me to this world, and we'll survive it together. Make it through the rain and weather. For 17 years you've been right there for me, taking out time when things got real stormy. What's great about Dad, he never gets boring. Oh wait, there is one thing, he never stops snoring.
You changed my life when you said you meet me. You're my 50%, you know you complete me.
You'll always be there at the end of the phone. Just remember one thing, you are not alone. No one in between, loving all day long. Right from A to Z, brought me to this world, and we'll survive it together. Make it through the stormy weather.
Dearly beloved, we gather here to celebrate this guy. Flying high, fought a battle for love and life. Rose like a flower to the arms of his wife. He has turned his sorrow into gold. With the power of some alchemy, creates himself, you will all agree. So, all hail the sage.
All hail the sage. All hail the sage. All hail the sage. All hail 2 days of education, playing baselines, turning clunky into funky. No need to impress, just consolidate to go in against the grain. In the fast lane, dance like a dad.
To apprehension, attention, to saving for a pension, to building an extension, baiting convention, hating pretension, not to mention, of course, raiding dear old mum and dad.
To taking the stags and crashing the hands car wash, so posh, to spreading the dash, to oh my gosh, rejoice, his gorgeous voice, to being me as dad,
to being out front again instead of backstage. All hail the sage.
To old summer gardens and every barbecue, the dads and the aircraft, they pulled a switcheroo.
From camping to glamping, the perfect guest of all. From campfire to canvas, storms at festivals. Debating, acquainting, embracing some maintaining. Vacation, ovation, luxury celebration.
Fashion, no fashion, the passion ran is true. To Taurus, to John, the non-alchemical crew.
the concert raising, lots of fun for jacks, scrappy socks to climbing rocks,
the dressing up, the cutest pups, the ring donuts, so much emotion too.
Happy birthday!
out, implement Freud, explore what life journey you're on, filling the void.
Just fight the purge, let it emerge.
We thought we'd stopped weathering storms, not realizing that we'd spend our nights filling in poems,
Making a difference to life, life on the shelf. Writing it down, back to self.
What's going on?
Making the here and the now slightly unreal. I can't empathize, you just analyze and try to reveal.
Have to check in. What's out the norm? Safeguarding clients and just for fun, filling my phone. So what is it for? You learn to restore all our love. Group 64.
One day more, another day that we are blessed to see, with fellow travelers of the willow tree. Like many who had made the climb to surely come a second time, one day more.
Think of yesterday. How can he be so open-hearted?
One day more.
Tomorrow we'll be worlds away, and yet with him our world has started. One more day you must postpone. One more day with you repairing. All your life you've always grown.
play too